Hello everyone, welcome to the market outlook for midweek rather. Today is Wednesday. Monday was on holiday on account of elections in Mumbai, Maharashtra. So welcome to the market outlook midweek this Wednesday morning at around about 10 o'clock this Wednesday morning. We are trading a little bit flat to negative. The beginning was on the positive side, but then we lost grounds as we proceed further. Uh, Let me give you certain levels on Sensex, Nifty, Bank Nifty, Rupee Dollar and crude oil. Sensex is down 40 points, 73,915 is the level on Sensex. Nifty is down about 28 odd points, 22,500 is the level on Nifty Spot. 290 points downtick on the Nifty Bank Nifty, 47,770 is the level on Bank Nifty or Nifty Bank. Strength in rupee of 0.07 paise against the dollar, and the level is 83.23 rupees to a dollar. On Brent and NYMEX energy basket crude oil, downward move and a little bit better. Brent is at about $82.30 to a barrel, and NYMEX is trading at about $78.05 to a barrel. On the crude oil front, expect lower levels. Of course, what has happened in Iran and the unfortunate demise of the president in a helicopter crash, and of course post that maybe news flows or some kind of concern as to who's involved in that, etc., etc., has led to a little bit of unnecessary excitement in the Middle East region. Remains to be seen what the investigation says. So it can turn into a fragile situation, but let's hope it doesn't go beyond the control limits. So crude oil will react depending upon what the situation is coming out of Middle East on fallback of this unfortunate event. On the rupee dollar equation, we could see levels of 83.10, 83.25 as we go forward from here on, and don't see any large weakness on rupee against the dollar. So a downward bias as far as rupee dollar equation is concerned, with strength in rupee. And on the crude oil front, expect lower levels to settle down, and even the International Energy Association has given out view that they expect crude oil prices to head lower rather than any upside, given the present situation. Of course, remains to be seen if there is any other geopolitical situation somewhere else, then how the entire situation will unfold. Now coming on to the markets, friends, we have seen a fantastic recovery, and over the last 1 month, actually 3 to 4 weeks if you go to see, Nifty and markets have been all over the place. A couple of weeks back on Friday, we saw a new all-time high of 22,794, and immediately the week after that we saw a lower level of 21,840 or thereabouts, plus minus 15-20 points. In effect, a 900 points almost odd correction, and then a recovery from those levels to the levels where we were trading this morning, somewhere close to about 22,600. So it has been all over the place, and the recovery has been a smart one, not to forget that. But again, the view that we have maintained about the markets now, at least for the next 15 odd days till the time we see the results on 4th of June, it's going to be very, very choppy. This is what we have expressed over the last maybe about 2 months. This is what we will continue to maintain, and the markets have exhibited that volatility. Intraday volatility, overnight volatility is going to be very, very high as we move into the FNO expiry, monthly expiry I'm talking about, on 30th of June, that is Thursday. And then we have the last phase of election on 1st of June. On 1st June, close to about 6 o'clock in the evening, we'll have the exit poll. 2nd June is Sunday, 3rd June is Monday, when the markets will react to exit poll, and the final countdown on 4th of June. So once again, reiterating what we mentioned earlier, recoveries like this from a short to medium term point of view should be used to lighten up your positions from short to medium term, convert cash, stay on the sideline. Markets are going to throw extreme volatility, and one of the factors that exhibit that volatility is going to be high is the India VIX. which is currently about 22. It is likely to go even higher as we approach the FNO expiry and the exit poll, and of course the election outcome. So be prepared for this volatility. The range that broadly we can put on Nifty spot, if you will, is 22,000, 22,300 on the lower side, 22,600 to 22,700 on the higher side. Now the reason why the range is so broad is purely because of the election factor. And of course, unfortunately, with the kind of social media news flow that is doing the rounds, and especially the Western media, which is getting proactive in terms of certain propaganda, has created this kind of an atmosphere. So any lower level between 22,300 and 22,000 would be an investment opportunity, and any level towards 22,600, 22,700 would be an opportunity for short to medium term traders to possibly book out and look at maximizing their profits and convert your trades into cash balances in your bank account. Even for traders, I think 22,000, 22,300 would be a zone where they can possibly look at some, small buying in terms of short to medium term. Global news flows are supportive, and that should possibly stay this way. We have completed 5 phase of election. We are 5 down and 2 to go. Again, statements made by political parties, leaders during this time will possibly have its impact on the sentiments. It will have its impact on the markets also. Voter turnout will also play a little bit of overhang on the markets, etc., etc. So try to possibly avoid, if you are a weak heart, if you have the low risk appetite, try to avoid short-term, medium-term trades. But investment ideas are going to be plenty. As always, friends, we give you certain investment ideas from a long-term point of view. We have 2 consumption-driven themes today. One is from the mid-cap cement side, and one is from mid-cap, not so mid-cap, mid to large-cap FMCG company. The first one is Dalmia Bharat. Now, Dalmia Bharat Limited, which is the cement manufacturing company of Dalmia Group, was beaten down because of the disappointing numbers 4th quarter. And we believe that this 4th quarter was weak on a seasonality factor, and of course one-off items that appeared on the balance sheet. For this financial year, we expect a steady set of numbers 1st quarter, and then from 2nd, 3rd quarter onwards, I think we should see a meaningful recovery on fallback of consumption of cement going up, on fallback of pricing power coming back, and on fallback of input cost coming down. So these are the factors that, and of course, given the correction on the stock of Dalmia Bharat Limited, we believe that the downside is extremely protected. So investment idea wherein your downside is protected but upside is somewhere close to about 2,000, 2,100 levels is going to be a fantastic opportunity. So that's going to be the target on the higher side on the fundamental. So Dalmia Bharat is the first investment idea, a mid-cap cement manufacturing company. The second company is in form of Marico. You remember, of course, Parachute hair oil, coconut hair oil, is the strongest brand that this company has had over the last many years. Post that, they have introduced newer products in terms of power brands, and they have also translated into good earnings for the company. And with the copra and crude coconut oil prices heading lower, and of course input cost coming down, management's commentary in terms of growth story looks extremely intact. Good monsoon this year is also an indicator of recovery in semi-urban and rural India, whereby volume growth will be supportive. So we expect the entire FMCG pack to do well, and over there Marico would be the investment idea. Well, in terms of targets, I think we can look at somewhere close to about 660 odd rupees for Marico in terms of targets from a fundamental point of view. Mind you, friends, these both are investment ideas. These are not trading short-term, medium-term, BTST or STBT, whatever you want to call it. These are fundamental investment ideas, and you need to have a longish time horizon in case if you decide to get invested into these 2 names. And if you do decide that, then our humble request is that don't put all your money at one time. Since markets are extremely choppy and volatile, start at current levels and then possibly you can add to it at lower level. Thank you very much for your patience hearing, and I'll see you again next week. Take care. Bye bye.